meet Aquarius, Aquarius sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Aquarius starting today, the 28th of November, 2023. Give this deck a nice clean cut, and then we will see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Aquarius. Voila. We've got the 3 of coins. We've got the Devil. And we've got the 7 of Wands. Good. So things have started to kind of work out. Things are starting to come together for you, especially financially. But the Devil card says it's like that show Little Britain. There's a character that her response to everything is computer says no. Computer says no. Devil says no. Devil says no. Don't listen to the devil. The devil doesn't have the power to say no. You can't have the prosperity. You can't have the manifestations. You can't have all of that stuff. It just says no. And because it's the devil, we say, okay. The ego is not powerful. We talked about this on the general reading today. It has no power. Its power is to convince you to let go of your power, is to misuse your power, is to thwart your power, right? But it has no power of its own. The only power it has is the power you give it. So when you get those ideas in your head that says, nothing good is happening, I thought everything was working out, but it's really not, question that. Because that's not the case at all. Everything's working out beautifully. In fact, you're in the midst of a major upgrade. You're in the midst of a major upgrade, a major turnaround, especially for a lot of you, it's career or creativity or business or job that you're having a turnaround in. But that also includes the financial prosperity that you thought was coming, and then this ego mindset is saying, no, it's not. No, it's not. Everything's worse, not better. Don't buy that. It's not worse. It's not nothing bad, actually. Everything good is happening. But you don't want to put the brakes on on the trajectory of your success just because the ego says no. So when the ego says no, sometimes it takes the form of you getting afraid, or you getting worried, or you projecting what ifs into the experience. Don't what if yourself out of your success. Don't what if yourself out of your success. Because what if, those are little projections. And so then those projections start to play their films, and then you get some what if experiences in your life. Don't do that to yourself, Aquarius. You don't need that. You know better than that too. Don't believe your own fearful thoughts. When you have a fearful thought, you just reorient yourself. You regroup. Let's see what the cards say about it. So we have this 5 of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Hermit card. So the 5 of Swords is definitely where that ego mind started to put the kibosh on your prosperity, or tried to, by making you afraid, by giving you even experiences to be afraid of. And the 5 of Swords is usually the card of cruelty. And the ego itself is very cruel. That's what it is. You can never underestimate the cruelty or the depths of depravity that the ego will go to in order to stop your success, to stop your enjoyment of your life. But remember, it doesn't have any power. It's just thoughts. It's just errant thinking. It's the only power it has. You, if you take the ball and run with it, have the power. So you get to choose. Am I going to be all afraid? Am I going to defend myself against all of these perceived problems, or am I going to accept the prosperity that was already flowing in my life? Right? Do I want to listen to that ego, or do I want to listen to my creativity? Your creativity, this beautiful Ace of Wands, is on fire, Aquarius. And so what happens is when your creativity is on fire, your ego gets its feathers ruffled and says, oh, no, we don't. Let's shut that stuff down right now. Don't allow that to happen. Your response to those ego thoughts is to do it anyway. When you start to flex your creative muscles, and you start to allow that prosperity and all of the resources that you need to come to you, don't allow the fear of the ego to say to have you say, "Oh, okay, I'll just shut down now. I'll just hide my light under a bushel. I won't shine so brightly. I won't shine so brightly because it's too dangerous." It's not true. That's a lie. It's a lie of the ego that it's too dangerous for you to shine brightly. And it looks like some of you have been succumbing to those inner fears. And you can look at that as a type of initiation. And in that regard, this devil card is a servant to you, because it's showing you where all those resistances are to really following through with these creative impulses and following through on these prosperous impulses to get to that next level, to that next point in your journey. And when you allow those limiting thoughts, those ego thoughts or those distractions to really usurp your creative flow, that's an initiative, that's an initiation happening where you have to choose again. We have to look at it for what it is and just say, oh, wait a minute. This is the dweller at the threshold here. I need to move through this. I got to break through this. I've got much more to accomplish here. I'm not going to pull back and say, okay, I won't go so far. I'm too afraid. I don't need any backlash from the world. That's not you. You love a good backlash, Aquarius. But somehow the ego seems like it's got you afraid. That thinking has got you afraid that, oh, I can't. The world's too cruel. It's not ready for me. I can't express myself. I can't really go for it. It's dangerous. Don't buy that. It is not dangerous. You're in the midst of an upgrade. You're in the midst of everything working out in a new way. You're on that next level. You've really come places. You've come so far, and you're going to continue to go far. This is who you need to start listening to, not those fearful thoughts. You need to start listening to this inner guide. This inner guide bears the light for you. It holds the lamp. It says, see how good everything is, Aquarius? See how great you are? See how far you've come and see where you're going? Isn't that great? And then you say, oh, I'm afraid. And the hermit says, that's okay. I got you. You don't have anything to fear. Let me show you why you don't have anything to fear. But you need to take time to listen to that. You need to go into some silent periods where you shut out all of the noise, and it's just you and your inner guide. It's just you and this light bearer showing you how much light there is, showing you how much good there is for you, showing you what you're here for and why you have nothing to fear and why everything's going to work out for you. But if you don't allow yourself to get to that point, and you just stop at this dweller at the threshold, this ego that says, no, it's too dangerous. Don't go there. Don't go any farther. Nah, just be content with what you've got. If you listen to that, all you get is delay. And you don't get to be content with what you've got, because these creative impulses aren't going to just go away. But if you thwart them, if you bury them, if you push them down and say, no, I can't follow those, then they start to have all kinds of weird applications in your life. They start to come out as all kinds of neurotic things. A lot of the neurosis in our lives, a lot of the problems in our lives is just really great, wonderful inspiration and creative impulses that have been thwarted, that have been suppressed. And they don't have any way of expressing themselves. So they come out in all kinds of weird ways. So we don't want that. We want to continue these wonderful creative impulses, because you're on the right track. You know where you're going. You're doing great. You've always been doing great. Yeah, I know that you can tell me, no, remember, look at this. I got this problem, and then this happened, and then this happened, and this is the worst thing that's happened in decades for me. How can you say I'm doing great? Well, look at where you are now. Look at where you are now compared to that. And look at all of these wonderful pathways that are opening up for you. So the ego is the one that's going to want to tie you to your past and say, see, you can't go forward, Aquarius. It's dangerous. Look at what happened to you here. Look what happened to you there. Look what happened to you there. But it won't tell you that the one constant in all of those things that happened here, and here is that you listened to the ego instead of following your creative impulses. That's how the ego works. It says, do this, do this, do this. You do that, everything blows up, and it says, why'd you do that? How stupid. Why would you do something like that? Or the ego says, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. So you don't do it, you miss the opportunity, and then it says, why didn't you do that? Right? So don't fall for that. Don't fall for that little trick of the mind. Instead, stay true to your creative impulses. Stay true to the path that you're on. Don't let yourself pull back because you're afraid of what might happen. Instead, let the upgrades continue and listen to that still small voice within you and let that shining light guide your path. Now, I have a couple little meditations that you might want to listen to here if you have time in the next couple of weeks. For this Devil card, listening to the meditation called Breaking Yourself Free from Fear. And then for this Hermit card, you can listen to Working with Your Inner Guide. You can find all the tarot meditations by following the link in the description of this and every one of my tarot reading videos on YouTube. Gosh, Ariel. Thank you so much, Aquarius. You're doing great. Don't let this fool you. Remember, the ego doesn't get its dander up unless you're doing great. So if the ego's got its dander up, that means you're on the right track. Keep going. Stay the course. Listen to your inner guide and don't quit before the upgrade. We will see you in a couple weeks. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Delene and Heather, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Aquarius, blessed be.